Hello, you. It's me. And you guys, I feel like the most popular girl today. I have some haters. I left up their comments for now. If you want to go search them out, you can do that. Feel free. Laugh at them if you like, because I found them to be very funny. I think there's 3 of them now, or at least 3 different names. And they don't write nice things. But you know what? It's obvious they haven't even seen the videos. I don't think they even know what they're talking about, and that's what makes it even funnier. But one of the haters did do a hashtag Moms Lives Matter, and I thought, thank you. I'm a mother myself. I appreciate that. I am glad that you are recognizing that mothers matter. That's awesome. So I'm all about that. So thank you, hater. Anyway, let's get to the juiciness. I don't know what to call it that. This isn't gossip. This is like scary reality, to be honest. I was watching Aerolink, and they did a thing on Ken today. I didn't realize that Ken was completely, utterly, and viciously devoted to Gypsy. He gets mad at the drop of a hat. You disagree with anything or say anything disparagingly about Gypsy, and he will go off. And it's pretty disgusting because it's very reminiscent of Ken, I'm talking about Ken, of Ryan, and of Nick. And we saw how far Nick went for Gypsy, how much her manipulation led to his being in prison for life. Hopefully, we can get that revisited at some point, because I don't think he belongs there for life. But Ken is acting in a very similar fashion. And of course, we know Ryan, if she said, "Come here, Ryan," he would be there in minutes. "I'm here, what do you want?" You know, he's at her beck and call for sure. But I didn't realize how much Ken was. I thought he was just maybe kind of an angry dude. He didn't like all the publicity and was just barking back. But he doesn't come off as a very intelligent guy, and he doesn't come off as a very secure guy. And that's what Gypsy loves to pick on. She loves to find men that are vulnerable and then pick on their weaknesses while, being very kind and manipulative. "Oh, but you're my Chad. You're my guy." And so they feel like they cannot exist without Gypsy. Low self-esteem and possibly a low IQ as well. I don't know if Ken is smart or not. He just doesn't come off very bright when he's arguing, is what I'm saying. So he's obviously very easily manipulated. Gypsy takes advantage of that. And there you go. That's not great. Those are the parents, supposedly, of a child. Both of them have terrible anger issues. And Gypsy, that goes into my next video, which was straight out of context, which was talking about something that Gypsy had posted where, if you're not a mother, you don't understand. You lose yourself when you have a child. You lose your identity, blah, blah, blah. And honestly, I remember, I can only go by experiences that I have experienced and that other mothers, I've heard of their experiences. And yes, there is kind of a weird identity crisis, but I know for me, it went away the moment I saw my daughter. I'll be honest. I saw my child in my arms, and I was immediately in love, and nothing else mattered, and I was on top of the world. And the first month or two, very hectic, very hard, exhausting, overwhelming, absolutely. Absolutely. But at the same time, so joyful. so joyful and silly and fun. Like, you change your child's diaper, and then all of a sudden you hear big loud farts again. Oh, gotta change it again. And when they're that young, there's nothing very solid there at all. And sometimes it gets on the clothes or on the bed, and it's gross. And you just kind of laugh. It's like, oh no, there's more to do. And you do the laundry, and you clean them up, or bathe them if you need to, and dress them up again. But dressing them up, they're so cute. They're so sweet. Sweet little faces. I don't know. The joy of it far outweighs the hard parts. It still gets overwhelming. And there were times where I was walking my little baby, patting her back because she had a little tummy ache, and I cried with her because I was so tired and I didn't know what to do to make her feel better. And then suddenly she stopped, and then I stopped, and I sat in the rocker and sang her songs, and it was okay again. It's okay. You get over the humps. You learn. There are humps. There are bad moments and good moments. And you just try to focus on the good moments. But Gypsy is talking about having a mental health day from her child. To me, that just kind of blows my mind. I've heard of taking a mental health day off of work so you can be with your child, so you can have fun and play and make them something to eat and giggle and laugh and dance or whatever the heck you do, with your kid. I've heard of, mental health day to be with the family. I have not heard of a mental health day away from a newborn child who's not even 2 months old yet. I question that because there seems to be no connection between them. And there seems to be no connection between Ken and the baby either. They keep referring to the baby as the baby or it, or, oh, she's a perfect baby. I get it. She's a baby, if she exists. I think more and more she couldn't exist because who's taking care of the child? Gypsy claims she's been doing it. That's why she needed a mental health day to go see a concert. And honestly, I wouldn't think anything of it except for one thing, which to me kind of mirrors the idea of narcissism, sociopathy, and psychopathy. Which is, when she went to the concert, where was the focus? On her phone. Now, maybe I haven't seen all the clips, but all the clips that I did see from Night Convos was her watching the concert. Her walking down the line to go wait in line. Her taking pictures and handing her phone to her friends so that they can show the live she's taking pictures with people that recognized her. It was all about her. I don't remember a moment where she showed Post Malone. Just her yelling and having fun and giggling, having a great time. That's narcissistic, in my opinion. It's all about her. Everything is about her. It's all about her mental health day. What about her child? Not one mention of the baby. The it that they call her, if she exists. That's why I have such a hard time believing she does exist. Because they don't act like parents. Nothing that they say and do seem like parent things. Again, why is the burping cloth on her arm and not on her shoulder? They're just these little questions in the bottle. I've never seen a baby bottle like that. Now, of course, I've been out of the loop for a long time, so that could be part of it, and I'm willing to accept that. But I've never seen a baby bottle like that. I don't put a burping cloth on my arm, and I don't take a mental health day a month after a child has been born. I don't understand any of it. I when my baby was little, I did go out once in a while for like a dinner with a good girlfriend or something, and that was before cell phones were very popular. So what I would do is I would go to the restaurant, I would go to the payphone, I would call whoever's watching my child, which was usually one of my parents. I would call them, say, this is where I'm at. How is the baby? What is she doing? And they would tell me a little update, and I'd say, okay, I probably won't be here for more than a couple hours. Do you want me to call before I come? Or, and just talk a little bit and then hang up. And that's what you did. You just checked in because I was constantly worried about her. Of course, I'm a parent. I'm a parent now, and my child is married and in her 30s. And I still call and check up on my child and my in-law child. I still check up on them because it's the worry doesn't ever really go away. But Gypsy doesn't seem to have any. There's no attachment whatsoever that I can see. It just is for show. That's why I question whether there's a child or not. I just don't see it. And maybe Gypsy's just the kind of parent that isn't attached, which is also very dangerous for the mental health of the baby, if there is one. So why aren't they taking this seriously? And something that that Night Convos brought up, they were showing a correctional officer who had been charged in inappropriate behaviors, and I'm sure there's more to it. Anyway, inappropriateness in the men's prison. And he had made a comment that both Ken and Gypsy hearted. And so I wondered, did he get switched to the women's prison? Did Gypsy know him? Because it seems awfully strange. She has some weird connections. The connection with her lawyer slash manager, that's a weird connection too. Because when does a lawyer decide to just be someone's management? That's weird. And her connection with the Moore woman whose father was a serial killer. I mean, Gypsy has some weird connections, but she has done so many violations, you can't help but wonder if she has an in somewhere. And if that correctional officer, is that a friend of hers? Did they befriend each other? Did she do something with him? Who knows? But it's all very questionable because she has done so many things that a lot of people on parole will go back to prison for immediately. And she's getting away with it. And we're all questioning this. Anybody who's watching and paying attention is questioning, what the hell? That doesn't make any sense. And they're not checking up on that baby constantly? Because she's dangerous. She's still dangerous. And she's not remorseful. That makes her even more dangerous. So, anyway, I just thought all these things were very interesting, very curious. And I still want to see proof that a baby exists. Again, I hate to say straight out, oh, there's no baby. But all the participants in this act weird and lie or are angry and just don't know what they're talking about. It's crazy. Even Bree is saying, oh, this is true, this isn't true. She doesn't know. She's been caught in several lies. Ken, he doesn't seem to know anything. He just follows blindly wherever Gypsy leads him to. I didn't know that he was that connected to her, but he is. Ryan, if she said come, he would be there running in an instant. She's got all these people that she's manipulated. And they all seem like liars or media hungry, money hungry people like her own family. Ick. It's just terrible. If there's a baby in the mix, that baby needs to be taken away immediately. But they may not do it because Gypsy seems to have everybody in her pocket right now. No wonder she's running around thinking that she rules the world. No wonder that she thinks that she's famous and some kind of a celebrity because people are treating her that way. It's astonishing. Really, it's like, how can you look at the evidence that there is a plethora of and think she's some kind of idol? Some kind of hero? That's why I'm doing these. Because she is not. And we need to know, we need to speak up, we need to yell and let people be aware of what's really happening. Because it's shocking. It still shocks me. Anyway, that's all I got to say.